You're pretty much looking at the tail of some guys who had a lot of momentum, and then you drop off, and then you get it, and then you don't. But at the end of the day, stylistically, Damon Jackson is in a situation right now where I think that he needs this. He needs this win bad to get back on that momentum train that he was at, and his style of fight, I don't know if it's going to be advantageous against an Alexander Hernandez. So you tell me. Alexander Hernandez, good takedown defense, likes to be on the front foot, but that still didn't stop him from getting pieced up by Bill Algeo in his last fight. So does he need to be leading the dance to win this fight against Damon Jackson? Because I think he does.
That's a good question, Derek. Does he need to be leading the dance? I don't necessarily think so. I think if Alexander Hernandez comes in, not necessarily calm, cool, and like patient, but reading things, right? A little more calculated, if you will. Hold on to that veteran mentality that he's really developed on the job. I think Alexander Hernandez can really make this and it's going to suck to say, but like a stale match kind of fight, right? To nullify everything Damon Jackson's doing, stop all the takedowns, stop the grappling, stop all of that, and let's just go and knuckle up. And I think that's going to be the Hernandez strategy going for this fight.
A lot of people are throwing Hernandez in parlays right now. They think that this is more or less a lock. And I think it's far from a lock because I think Damon Jackson's very dangerous. But here's the question, because I like I said, I think he does need to be on that front foot. I think if he takes the Dan Ige approach to the Damon Jackson fight, like how Ige did to Jackson, I think that this could be a very winnable fight, because what's the biggest threat for Damon Jackson? Is it the hands or is it the grappling, in your opinion?
The grappling, in my opinion.
And Alexander Hernandez, not exactly a dude who's going to get taken down a bunch. If we pull up the numbers right now, what we could take a look at is seeing that this is Alexander Hernandez here on the left. Takedown defense, 60% as opposed to 40% for Damon Jackson. And of course, he's taking you down too. So there's the threat of he might land his own takedown. Higher significant strikes landed per minute. It's basically the same accuracy right here, a little bit better defense. But in the grand scheme of things, man, I think there's also a very big thing that you have to worry about if you're Damon Jackson, and that's the power of Alexander Hernandez. He corrals you up against that fence. He drops the big right hand on you. It's a problem. And Damon Jackson isn't quite the switch fighter that Bill Algeo is to keep him at range and kind of play with his head right there. So what do we like here? Minus 200 was the open. We take a look at what the numbers are right now, and I got it minus 210 for Hernandez, plus 175 comeback for Damon Jackson. So clearly, Hernandez in the driver's seat right here. Can he get a finish against Damon Jackson? You said over on the prop, so take all of that into consideration.
That's exactly what I'm thinking, Derek. I like the decision prop. If you're picking a prop right here, I like that one. Obviously, I'm taking the over. But, man, could Alexander Hernandez get a finish here? Yeah, it's within the realm of possibility. But I think in order to do that, he's going to need to put himself in a close range proximity to Damon Jackson, where that's going to all where Damon wants to live, man. He's going to grapple him up, grab him, and may the takedown happen, yes or no. I should say yes or no, doesn't matter. But either way, then it's a scramble from there, and then Hernandez starts getting going. And that's what I think is going to draw out this long fight, and that's why I like the over on this one.
All right, fair play right there. I think Alexander Hernandez gets the job done. I think he can corral Damon Jackson, kind of control the little eccentric nature, and avoid a submission or pretty much a takedown. And if he does get taken down, I'm confident that he gets back up. So my official pick, Alexander Hernandez. That's actually the Bloody Water Podcast consensus official pick right here. But this is the key. This is the big key right here, AJ. Do you just say through and through, let's get the Alexander Hernandez plus 300 decision? That's juice right there if you're that confident in that over 2.5 rounds.
It is juice right there, and better money than what the over prop was providing. So if you're feeling confident on it, folks, I don't see a finish happening here, so I like the decision. I'm not willing to say the prop lock on it, but it could make you some cash.
All right. Well, if you got them in your parlays, buckle up right there. But it should be a very clear victory for Alexander Hernandez.